Hello and welcome to 18WJTS in.form. I'm your host, Bill Potter. Today we're going to talk about the Head Start program run through TRI-CAP. And joining us in the studio is Molly Wuchner, and also joining us is Jamie Wiscaver. And ladies, what are your titles? What do you do?
Sure. I am the Assistant Director for the Head Start program.
Okay.
And I am the Family Advocate at the Petersburg site.
Okay, Petersburg. All right. Now, we're going to talk about the Head Start program. I think a lot of people have an idea of what Head Start is, but really, Molly, what is Head Start?
Sure. Head Start is what we like to call a comprehensive preschool program for children ages 3, 4, and 5. I say comprehensive because unlike any other preschool around, we actually will make sure that each child has a current physical, has a current dental, that they're up to date on their immunizations, and we will follow up with the families to make sure that the children do go and get those physicals and dentals, immunizations, and any follow-up that might need to take place from those examinations. And then another part that is a little bit unique compared to other preschool programs, and step in if you think of anything else, is the fact that we don't just get the kids in and work with the kids and educate them, but then people like Jamie in the family advocate role works with the families and sets goals with the families, touches base with them, and just works to improve the whole family life. Yeah.
How long has the Head Start program been around? I think forever that I can remember.
Oh gosh.
Forever?
Yeah.
Okay.
So ever since TRI-CAP has been around.
Okay. And TRI-CAP runs the Head Start program in what areas?
So we have sites here in Jasper and Petersburg, Boonville, Tennyson, and Newburgh.
Okay, and so some of the things we're discussing are the time frames the same for all these sites?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we don't run on the school system schedule. We have our own schedule that we run on. So we start school mid-August and then we end mid-May every year typically.
The time frames that the classrooms are open will vary from site to site.
Okay, and this is a preschool program. You said 3, 4, and 5-year-olds
3, 4,
for
and 5.
preschool, getting them ready for preschool so they can learn to read and write and learn their ABCs,
Cut,
things like
color,
that.
yep.
Okay, color. That's
Yeah.
You have to color in the lines.
No, not always.
Okay, not at that age. I don't know if they can at that age. So with this program, these are a preschool program for lower income, disadvantaged. What's the right way to look at that?
Sure, it's mostly for lower income families. However, with that being said, we do take some over-income families as long as we have served and enrolled all the income-eligible children first. So if there's room in our classrooms for some over-income families, then we can accept them.
Okay, now, the requirements probably are a little complicated, as they always seem to be.
Yeah.
And I don't know what kind of formulas you have, but can you give me an idea how the requirements work, or is it best they contact you?
It's probably just best to contact the site where the families live within Du Bois, Pike, or Warwick counties.
And Jamie, you had mentioned off the air that you thought a common misconception is that people think they don't qualify. Why is that?
A lot of people think that they just make too much money and it's kind of a waste of time to fill out the application, but we do create a wait list all year long, and we're always accepting applications. So it is always a good idea to just put your application in and see what happens.
Now, you mentioned all year long, so let's talk about what is the school year. Do you do things over the summer? If they miss the beginning of the school year, is that child out and can't be qualified? How does that all work?
No, not at all. Like I said, our school year actually runs mid-August until mid-May. And then,
so let me ask you this: it does not follow necessarily the school calendar.
Correct,
Okay.
because we have, like I said, those sites in all the 3 different counties, and all the public school systems calendars don't all align.
Okay.
So that's why we just kind of do our own schedule.
Sure.
We do try to look into like when the different spring breaks are, and we try to align our spring break with the public school spring break.
Sure.
But even then, that doesn't always work out. But we try our best. So there's no programming over the summer, no. But that is when staff such as Jamie, the family advocates, that's when they enroll the families and take the applications, although we do take them year-round. But that's really when we start to make our wait list for the different sites.
So folks should be thinking, if they want to find out they qualify, give you a call.
Yes.
But they can register in June, they could register in November.
Yes.
Because, you know, life things change for
Yes.
people and they move or they come into a different area.
Yes, and once we do have a child that happens to leave our program, we have 30 days that we have to fill that slot.
Okay.
So we are accepting children and enrolling children all year long. So that's another reason why we need to take applications year-round.
And over the summer is our busiest time of taking applications because we are getting those classrooms ready to open up in August. So we have to get all of our kiddos ready to go. So we are pretty busy over the summer taking applications.
Now, these are kids that will come to a location.
Yes.
A bus does not pick them up, is that
No.
correct? So and it's not part of the public school system, so they don't get on that bus either.
No.
Okay, so the parents would be responsible to get the kids there.
Yes.
This is not daycare,
This is
correct?
not
So that
daycare,
if I
no.
start work at 6 o'clock, but the class starts at 8:15, I can't drop the child off at 6.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So is it roughly 8:15, about 3 something?
Roughly, until
Okay.
some sites, some classrooms go until 12:15, some go till 2:30. We actually at some of our locations do offer what we call extended day, and those are hours outside of the Head Start hours,
Okay.
in which the children can stay until 4:30, and that is a fee. So the
Okay,
parents
sure.
do have to pay for that.
Sure.
So
Then where are the locations? I mean,
The
the offices are, like you said, mentioned a couple of the towns, but is it at the TRI-CAP office there? Or-
well, Newburgh has their own Head Start site. It's not. It is a TRI-CAP location, but Head Start is the only program offered
Okay.
in that building. Same thing with Tennyson. Jasper's within a.
Jasper is within a TRI-CAP as well as Petersburg and
Yeah.
Boonville.
Yep.
Okay, so right down the road, that's where the kids, that's where the classrooms are.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Why does Head Start exist?
Sure. Head Start exists to help those families who might not be able to pay for a regular preschool. Preschool's expensive. Very expensive. So it's helping these kids who might not come from a home that's got the funds to send them to a preschool. So that's where Head Start comes in. It is an absolutely free program for the families to attend. They do have to qualify,
Okay.
and then they're put on the wait list according to need, and all that information is gathered through the application process as far as how the family is then placed on a wait list.
And how many kids roughly are served?
Sure, we serve 193 children.
That's the number, 193?
193, I know.
Okay. So if you end up with 192, then you find somebody off the wait list
Yep,
to move
absolutely.
in?
Yep,
Okay.
within 30 days.
Okay. Is it a lot of fun dealing with these little kids? Like a 4-year-old is tough to keep up with. How do you do that?
I absolutely love my job and being around the kids, so I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started as a teacher more than a couple years ago.
Forever ago, right?
Yeah, forever ago. And I miss being in the classroom. So when I'm in my office and when I hear the kids singing or making some noise with the instruments, it just brings a smile on my face. And I will, if I'm having a little stressful day, I'll just go into the classrooms and with the kids, and I'll just sit at the table, do Play-Doh or color, just talk with the kids. They will instantly almost bring a smile to your face.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what are they taught? Since it's not a daycare,
Sure.
This is actual class. This is preschool. So what's a typical day? Do they get nap time?
The ones that go until 2:30, yes.
Okay.
We
Woohoo, that's good.
do have to offer a nap time according to the state licensing guidelines.
All right. So what is a typical day?
Sure. Well, first of all, there is no such thing as a typical day when you deal with preschoolers.
Okay.
Not at all.
All right.
You can have your schedule, but a typical day, what a schedule might look like, the kids come in, they wash their hands. Teachers probably have an activity prepared and ready. Because it could be chaotic with having 17 to 20 preschoolers come in within a 15-20 minute window. So the teachers are very good about having an organized activity ready to go, and then typically it's breakfast. Then they brush their teeth, which again is something a little unique for Head Start, talking about that dental care. There's some outside time. There's some small group work typically, large group music and movement, center time, and then by then it's lunchtime. So again, you're washing hands, getting ready for lunch, sit and eat lunch, and which is prepared at all of our sites on site. There are kitchens at all of our sites.
So, so these children will get breakfast and lunch. So that's very important.
And in some sites, a PM snack as well.
Okay. Because I know for some of these, we talk about poverty. We don't realize, maybe in our life we don't see poverty, but there is poverty out there.
There
This
is.
may be the meal that the child gets.
Yes.
So.
Yes. So we feed them very well.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Makes our tummies rumble some
Yeah,
days when
we
we
smell
smell
that.
it. Yeah.
So and that's done all right on the
On
site.
site.
On site.
Yeah.
For instance, here in Jasper, how many students are there?
We have 50 children in Jasper, just right down the road.
Okay, so here in Jasper, it's always going to be 50 kids, or is it? Because you said 193. Does
Sure.
that?
We can decide how many slots decide how many slots at the different locations. But we also have to be careful because each of our rooms is state licensed by Indiana Child Care Licensing Standards. So we have to be careful because some rooms might already be maxed out at 20 kids or whatever. But for the most part, we can designate where our slots go. But we just have to watch that we don't put too many kids in one room.
Right.
And so the parents don't have to pay anything for this. This is
No.
a service that is provided
Correct.
for those who
Yes.
qualify,
Yes.
disadvantaged and qualify. Who pays for this?
Sure. So we get our grant from the government.
Okay.
So, and then of course, anytime you have government money coming in,
You
they
got a lot of regulations. that
Yeah,
you're-
yeah, we have a lot of rules and regulations to follow, but that's okay. We have to make sure our I's are dotted and our T's are crossed, and they come in and monitor and see what we're doing and make sure we're doing things correctly with their money.
Now, so the one thing we want people to know is that you may qualify for Head Start. You don't know unless you contact you and talk to you about it.
That's right.
So the service is there. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I don't think
Just give a
so.
call, find out more, right?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. Come on in, check us out. We love to have visitors. We'd be happy to show you around.
Okay. TRI-CAP runs a wonderful Head Start program in Du Bois, Pike, and Warwick counties.
Yes.
Okay. And we have had as our guests Molly Wuchner and also Jamie Wiscaver. They are with the TRI-CAP Head Start program. Give them a call if you'd like to find out more information. Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching WJTS. We're local people watching local people.